Hi, today I'm going to demonstrate a technique that I learned in Mexico, which is here where I live, and it's sort of a modern way to belly bind. So this is ideal for postpartum women. This can also be done during your menstrual cycle. It feels really good to hug the hips in. So traditionally this was done with a rebozo, which is a very large piece of fabric, but instead we're going to be using a really large ace bandage that you can get at the pharmacy for just a few dollars. So this is just a really practical and very easy way to do the postpartum belly binding. One thing I want to mention that's very important is to make sure you're always wrapping here by the sacrum and focusing on the hips. So what we're really trying to do is bring the hips together. So the focus should not be on the waist, because what happens if we wrap too high up, we create almost like a tube of toothpaste that you squeeze in the middle and then you get that pressure that goes down. We do the same thing but with the pelvic floor. So we definitely don't want to be putting any extra pressure on the pelvic floor, especially for a new mother, a postpartum woman. So again, make sure the wrap is here and you're really pulling the hips together. So my husband is going to help me demonstrate because you do need another person to be wrapping you. This is pretty hard to do on your own. So here is the large ace bandage, and he has folded this into about 3 equal parts, as you can see. And then you'll put that together like that. Lay it on the bed. And you'll have the mother situate herself in the center. So obviously you want to make sure when you're doing it that any clothing is out of the way and that you're really on the bare skin. And before we begin, we want to do a very gentle massage, ideally with some warm castor oil. And what we're going to do is we're going to be drawing the skin together, starting from the hip bones and pulling the belly together at the center where the belly button is. You can do that about maybe 6 times, and then you're going to move down from the pubic bone and then again toward the center, from the bottom of the ribs and the pubic bone, and then you move your hands to the belly button. So you're drawing everything together. This should feel really good for the new mom. And then you can do some gentle circles clockwise, just a few rounds. And that would be about medium pressure. Just making sure to check in with the woman and see if she's comfortable. And then you would take the first side and you want to give it a really good pull. And again, make sure you're getting underneath the sacrum and around the hips. If it's cinching up toward the waist, start over. And then you'll pull it over to one side and tuck it under and have the mom kind of roll over and then sit down on it again. Don't be afraid to pull very hard. And then the other side. And again, mom rolls over, you tuck it under. And you just keep repeating. And then on the last one, you might want to fold it over so it's on the side of her hip so that she's not laying down on the clips. And then you have these 3 clips that come with the bandage. and you'll place them on the side there. And we're done. So I'll just show you how this looks. So here we have, again, my sacrum is covered. My hips are really firmly pulled together. It should feel really snug. So if the mom complains that it's riding up and it's getting too loose, then it needs to be done again. So don't be afraid to pull really tight when you do it. I usually recommend that you start this on day 3 postpartum and that you wrap every single day if that feels good for the first 6 weeks of your postpartum period.